I am going to say good evening to you guys who are going to come through the live. I'm going to tell you guys now that I'm getting ready to do a general reading. The sign that just came out for the die is the sign of Gemini. Okay. Which, of course, is very fitting. We are currently said to be in their season, so that makes sense. I'm on YouTube and I'm on TikTok. All right, I am seeing the trident of Neptune. Listen, if ever, if ever I had any doubt that this message is going to be in regards to twins, or you're not going outside, so turn around, do what you're already doing, or go play in your room. That's as close to outside as you're getting. Come give me a kiss because mommy is not upset with you. Come here. Don't be sad. It kissy time. You mommy kisses. Give me a kiss. Thank you. Are you gonna say hello? You better wave like up, like that. Good job. You can stop whenever you get tired. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I know.
Baby.
Yes, that's my
Baby.
baby. Do you want to sit up here with mommy?
I want you up.
Okay, but wait, I'm not gonna hold you because mommy can't. What mommy gonna do is bring a chair. You see a chair like mommy's? I'm about to bring you a chair, okay? Okay, guys, give me one moment. Let me get my baby situated. Stand right here. Mommy will bring you a chair. Stand up, baby. Stand up. Move out of the way. Thank you.
My phone.
Get your phone and come on. Excuse me.
Oh, let me see.
It's okay. Mommy got it. This is for you. All right, guys. So I am back. My baby is here with me.
Mommy, I fit.
No, don't spit. Why do you want to spit like that? No, ma'am. That's not okay. No spitting. Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody. So as I was stating a little bit earlier, I have a feeling that the reading that I'm about to do tonight is going to be catered towards those who are a part of what I like to call kingdom marriages, but other people may know them as twin flame connections. Okay. Some may know them as soulmate connections as well. Anyhow, we also have the number 4 here on this die. So I feel as if this can deal with the houses, but you can also consider it as like
I'm sorry.
why are you apologizing?
I'm sorry.
Why are you saying that, mama?
I'm sorry.
Oh, so sorry. You wasn't saying you sorry. My bad for mishearing you. She's saying I'm Dari. So my daughter's name is Daria, and we call her Dari for short. So that's what she's doing. She's introducing herself. All right, mama. Y'all, she chose that headband herself. Anyhow, let's get started. So this reading, I already pulled the cards a few
Hi,
days ago.
Dolly.
I pulled the cards for this reading um a few days ago. I'm sitting up here looking like that, y'all, because that's why. Thank you, Spirit, for reminding me, baby, because I was about to have a problem. Okay, but let's keep it pushing.
No, Tommy.
Daria, stop holding on to the table like that, baby. You're going to move this table. Okay, sit back, watch your show. Sit back. Come on. Sit back, please. Thank you. And watch your show. Okay, what I was about to talk about briefly was the two planets for sure that came up and out. The planet of, well, sorry,
Well,
not the two planets, but the sign and the planet that came up when we roll the die, as well as what this number could potentially represent and mean, okay? Please forgive me. I'm going to try to remember to look back and forth, but if I just stare into one, I do apologize. But so we have Gemini, the sign of Gemini here, which which rules the third house, which is the house of communications, embodied not psychology, but astrology or whatever. I want to say it is said to deal with all the bodily organs
there you go.
that have like a partner,
No. Come on, Timbo.
Okay, baby. Watch your show, okay? Don't be telling people nothing on here. You just watch your show. Because I don't even think you know what to do or say.
Mommy, it's busy.
It's what, baby?
It's busy. It's busy.
I'm hearing it's busy.
Busy.
You're busy?
Yeah, I'm busy.
Okay.
Busy. Oh my god. Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, oh boy.
Okay.
Ah.
All right, so that's what the sign of Gemini can deal with. It deals with pairs, it deals with communication, okay? Media. So, any way that we can express our ideas, any way that we can get.
Busy.
Mommy, I can't have you interrupting like that. So, you're going to have to go into your room if you cannot be quiet, which I don't think you can because you're my baby. I think you might need to go in the room and play with your toys and your phone. And you're not in trouble or anything, but I don't know if you're going to be able to do this, baby. Go to your room, okay?
No.
Yes, ma'am. You know, like you doing Wakanda forever. It looked like, okay, man. Go to your room, baby. Okay, well, I'm going to need you to just watch your show and not interrupt mommy. Don't be loud. No, none of that. Okay?
Okay.
Uh-oh, your nose is running.
Two.
I got you, baby. Okay. See, Pookie, that's that screaming that I was talking about. You can't do that. First of all, it's scary. All right. What was I about to tell y'all? So Gemini, okay. First of all, I'm just trying to give a little bit of background. So Gemini can deal with things like distractions too, okay? And I am very distracted right now as I am having to rock with my baby and work with my baby present, and she doesn't want to go to the room. So I'm trying to give her, a little leeway. I like that she's so audible now. I couldn't wait to hear her voice and stuff. So I'm trying to keep all of that in mind as I navigate giving her instructions while she's right here. So, but in a little bit, if the baby disrupt mommy too much, she will have to go to her room. I'm going to feel a little bad, but it's going to have to happen because I need to get this message out. Baby, you can't bother mommy. Go to your room. Go play in your room. Go play in your room. I do not want to make you upset. So get up from here. Give me one moment, guys. Come on. Stand up. Let's go. It's okay. Get your phone. Come on, let's go to your room. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, sit in your tent. Get in your house. Your house. Your house. Get in your house and watch your show. In your house. Mommy will be back for you, okay? Let me bring your potty in here too so you can potty when you need to. If you have to potty, your potty is gonna be right here for you, okay? And come and get mommy when you finish potty. All right, you guys, I am back. I am back. I was gonna say about Gemini. Gemini is also a planet. Hi, you guys. Good evening to those who come on, especially um, on TikTok. I want you guys to be sure to heart the video, to like it, especially if you hear messages that just make sense to you, or when I start getting actually into the reading, if you can understand some concepts that are brought forth, then like the live, okay? I'm also going to ask that you would share it. Now on YouTube, my YouTube family, you guys can do that part too. You can heart the videos, heart the live, speak in the chat. Now I'm gonna tell y'all now, please do not expect me to read anything in the chat at first, okay? Because when I start reading and when I start channeling y'all, I have to admit to you, I'm not always looking in there. I do try to because I understand that I'm on live, but I need you to know I can't do it. I've learned that I might not be the best at doing that. Okay. So I'm going to need you guys to give me grace. And if the Holy Spirit of wisdom reminds me to give space and time to look at you guys' comments and the things that you're saying, the things that you're saying, I will do so. I will, because I don't want to leave you guys out. All right. Back to this Gemini energy. Okay. I'm also going to ask that I be excused as well because I have partaken and I tend to be a bit more chatty when I do that. So when I'm elevated, that's what happens from time to time too. But Gemini is about exchanging ideas with another. Okay, could be an opposite. Um, but it's about intelligence, intellect. Mercury rules Gemini, so that's the planet that's associated with this sign. And Mercury is the planet of all manner of communications, you guys. Okay, I'm already hearing shocking communications. Keep your eyes, and I hate to say this because I normally don't advocate keeping your eyes on nothing like what I'm about to talk about, but for some reason, keep your eyes on the, it's like they're saying watch, keep your eyes on the news type stuff. I feel that's more so like pay attention, look at the messages that are being displayed before you. I think it's about watching, being aware of the different ideas that are being transmitted, even if you do not agree with them. Okay. Hi, you guys. Good evening. It is the pretty coach here. It is the pretty preacher. It is a talk in this area. It's Jude Yasharal. Okay. And I'm coming to do a general message for the twins, most specifically, or those who are a part of kingdom connections, covenants, friendships, business partnerships, marriages, partners. Okay. That is also what Gemini is about: partners, communication, the, like I said, the parts of the body that have two, that is a pair. Gemini can affect those. So the lungs, kidneys. Now, mind you, this is just in some studies or some thoughts. What I'm about to say, in that regard, I don't have an authority much on it. I love this and I study it from time to time. And also, these things tend to change as well. So, moving on. We talked about briefly about distractions too with Gemini, because for those who started this live with me, you will know that I was a bit distracted by my beautiful baby girl when I was coming on. And that happens a lot because something, there's always something going on. Okay. You can think about fast communication with this. Now let me move on to the next, the actual planet that was shown on the die. That is the planet of Neptune. Yes, baby. Okay. The planet Neptune is about psychics, it is about metaphysics, it's about spirituality and healing, sickness. It can be about loss, but also about gain. It is about energetic, the spirit. It deals with the spirit. It can deal with beauty, allure, um, illusion, glamour. When it comes to illusion, this is about, things not always appearing as they seem. It can deal with dreams, vivid dreams. Um, Also music and acting and all these ways that people express. If I'm honest, all the ways that people actually do express. So um I'm also going to say spiritual communication from what is unseen. Mhm. Yeah. Um, I feel as though a lot of conversation about the illusions within media on all levels and in all ways that it can apply, illusions may be being revealed. Okay, that's what I'm feeling as well. Good evening to everyone who is here. Thank you so much for joining me, even if it's just for a split second. I'm happy that you are here. Be sure to like the live, share it if you feel already that something is resonating with you. Um, okay, yeah. So I just wanted to say, be sure to speak if you so choose. All right, Neptune. This is also, I don't know. I think I said healers already. So all the spiritual workers for me, Pisces is the sign that is connected to this. So Gemini and Pisces may be very important. The fourth house is also here. That is the house that is categorized by home life, ancestors as well. So listen, I'm also feeling like this could be ancestral communication with Gemini and Neptune being here. And a lot of our ancestors, I'm talking about the ancestors who have passed on. Those are the ones who I'm especially talking about. Those who have transitioned from the physical or terrestrial realm to the extraterrestrial realm or the spiritual realm. This is who I'm specifically talking about. And I say that really because of everything that has shown up here, the Gemini, the Neptune, and the fourth house die of my dice set, astrological dice set. So fours can also deal with the establishment of something, trying to save or salvage something, holding on um, to something. So that could be a theme. Redemption with the whole idea of saving. Okay. All right. So moving on from that, because I'll spend some time there. I want to say welcome to anyone who's going to come across this live. Thank you so much for joining me and for being here. All right, guys. So I'm going to start with the divine masculines side of this reading. But before I do that, I'm going to read the bottom of the deck energy, which was the cards that were at the bottom when I asked spirit about what was going on in this connection. All right. So the first card that came out, the main deck that I'm using is something called, I want to say, Divine Energy Oracle deck, for anyone who's concerned or they care. The first card here is Adjacent Possibilities. Adjacent Possibilities, which automatically is letting me know that the possibilities are endless when it comes to this spiritual and energetic relationship that we're talking about. I'm getting so many messages with this though, with the adjacent possibilities. The doors can literally represent the relationships that we walk in and out of that help us to really see this relationship reverberating in our lives. We walk in and out of doors all the time. We come in and out of portals all the time, whether we are aware or unaware. And so, on a level that is supposedly under the illusion of time, there are seasons, there are spaces of time that we go in and out of connections and relationships all the time that we have a contract with, okay? We have a commitment with. And two, the sign of Pisces deals with the idea of kindness and compassion. Come here, baby. Slow down, no running, because I don't want you to hurt yourself. I'm so happy those shoes have some grip because I think, hey, don't pull away. Because I think you would have already slipped and fell by now with how you run. Okay, go ahead. Bye. Bye, see you in a little bit. All right, you guys. Good evening to all who are still here and present with me in this reading. So we go in and out of portals all the time. This is to me what the door can represent, and thus, with that being the the state or the truth about it, um, I feel like anything goes, anything can happen. It's all fair game. We are all fair game when it comes to these relationships, partnerships, be it in friendship, in family members, or even when it comes to love and commitment, you know? We literally have this thing that we're constantly going in and out of doors with each other, whether we are aware of that or not, whether we remember or not. And in some way, there has to be an illusion, a veil, if you will, over our eyes so that we can only see a limited amount or a limited perspective, and have to work our way to others' realities, in order to fully be immersed in the role that we play in all of our lives. Y'all, clearly I'm going super, super deep, I feel. Anyways, this is what I'm getting from adjacent possibilities, but it took me that route because I also felt the need to talk about how we offer compassion. We have to be able to offer compassion to one another because in relationships, especially the ones like when I'm really referring to, this is one that is about love. I'm not even about to talk any, like, though business and family and just every care of this life plays a role in this love relationship. Ultimately, it is a love thing here between multiple partners, two people though. I know that sounds so crazy what I just said. Hi guys, if this is making sense to you, go ahead and like the live. Let me also like the live for myself because I always have to start myself off. I was able to hit it 7 times. Okay. Okay, close that. Okay. Hi, you guys. Hi to everyone. We're already in the throes of a collective reading for um twins and partners and those who are a part of a kingdom marriage. And the more that I'm talking and I'm channeling you guys, this whole world is engaged in a marriage. All of us are already married to all. We're literally already married with each other. That is how come, and I'm talking, I mean it exactly like I am saying this. I mean it. I mean it exactly like I'm saying it. Marriage is business. Marriage is love. Marriage is hate. Marriage is all of these different nuances. And the whole time, we are engaged in a marriage, in a spiritual union. We all have the same mind and agreement. And when I say the same mind and agreement, I merely mean that we are all engaged in this. Like, it's literally the only way it works. So, but to get back to what I was talking about, this came up. There was an idea of the Father's Prayer or the Lord's Prayer that came up about it being spoken in the Aramaic, and how there's this one line that just, I hold that line so dear to me. I love the whole rendition of the prayer, but this part right here is very Piscean energy, very much so. And this is a prayer that, if you ask me, it incorporates every zodiac sign, every law of love and natural law. It covers everything. It covers everything, this prayer. And not only does the prayer cover everything, it tells us about the things that we experience in this life. So, my part that I was loving that stands out so much to me that I'm talking about is very Neptunian, very Piscean, was the prayer that the portion of the prayer that discusses and forgive our debtors as we forgive ourselves, or something like that, or and forgive our debt as we forgive our debtors. In a different rendition of the same prayer, it talks about liberating us from karmic ties that we have with each other. So forgive us for the roles that we have to play, the masks that we have to, put on and eventually take off when we engage in this marriage, in this union of minds that we are absolutely a part of. Forgive us, like, allow us to expand enough to where we can understand eventually when that time comes, because again, we all are under a veil to a certain degree, so that we can most authentically play our role, so that we can wake up when the scene calls for it, go to sleep when it's not our turn. Showcasing and telling a story of creation, a story of life as we know it, period. Each of us participating, and it unfolds daily. That's why we were talking about the adjacent possibilities. Like, this could really go either way. All of us are fair game. And we need to have compassion, because in every age that has happened before this one, the present one that we feel that we're in, we have been the character that we have interacted with at some point in time. And if we haven't yet, we will be. And when it is our time, we're going to literally have to think and fully embody this role, so that we can understand from the most intimate way possible. I feel like this is the reason that I think that Spirit was trying to show me what they were trying to show me in my own dreams. I'm not going to get into my dream right now, But I'll just say it was about a concept that I somehow I've attached Gemini's to this Gemini energy, Geminian energy, air energy to this particular topic of discussion, which is, I'll put it out there, I'll say this much. I had a dream that involved some homosexual activities. And yeah. So I equate that with with air qualities, with air sign qualities, and also specifically with the sign of Gemini. I say that because I feel like they have the masculine and the feminine energy. And so I believe that whether evolved or unevolved, they have the ability to go back and forth in between masculine and feminine energy fairly easy. They may even be comfortable with it. And so, because they are, and maybe because they either have a certain understanding, or even if they're ignorant of this understanding, understanding that in the spirit we are both genders or both energies, which can show up in both genders, to have that understanding and to know that, or to still move like that even in your ignorance, in a world where we are slightly veiled and on different levels of intellect, so our perceptions are changing. um the idea of homosexuality to me just, it, I understand it with the sign of Gemini. Good evening to everyone who is here. Please, if you can understand, or if anything resonates or makes some sense to you, please be sure to share the live, like the live, okay? And be sure to comment. I will say this though, I've already given disclaimers as I started this live, but I want to do it again because I know people are popping in and out. Guys, I'm probably not gonna look at the comments, or if I look, it may be at a later time within the live because I am channeling so much. But I do want to let you guys know that I'm not like just ignoring you and being rude. All right, here we go. So, moving on from adjacent possibilities though, we have the fourth chakra of um Raphael. Archangel Raphael is connected to this chakra, and that is, if I'm not mistaken, the heart chakra. But just so I'm sure, yes, one, two, three, four. If you're going from terrestrial to extraterrestrial, it is the fourth. One, two, three, four. Hell, no matter that, I'm so hyped. That's probably the reason why it is the center. Whether you go up, whether you are ascending or descending, this is always the fourth chakra. And I wonder, and let me just say that it's the heart chakra. So let me, I'm in my own time, because I'm getting too excited about this. In my own time, I'm gonna have to look and see, like, no, that, if I'm not mistaken, the heart chakra, the fourth chakra, is the only one that no matter whether you're going up or down, it's gonna always remain the fourth chakra. Mm-hmm. I think that is important. That's the reason for the infinity energy. It's probably the reason for the pi energy. Moving on. It always has to come back to that. So that's what I mean by that. Raphael is a healer. Not that the other ones are not. They are. They are. The other angels are as well. But Raphael is known, very, very associated with healing, and specifically healing issues and matters that are connected to our mind and our heart. Green and white, the colors green, white, and gold. These could be very important, very significant. The number 11 could also be important and significant. You break that down, that's still the number 2 if you add the 1 and the 1 together, which is Gemini energy. So it's still connected to this pairing, and this is so important. A lot of us are undergoing a healing of our minds, a healing of our maybe physical heart, But I feel this is energetic, like the mind is being repaired, rewired to have compassion and understanding and to see how everything is connected. And really, for all of us, we need to learn this lesson. But everybody, like I was stating before, everyone is not on the same level of the journey. Like, we're all engaged and we're all participating, whether we intend to or not. But we just are not. We do not all have the same level of awareness. And so, I mean, it's like this is why we're here, so that we can work towards this constant union, this constant being in alignment with one another. The last and final card says appreciation. This is so that we can appreciate one another, so that we can always understand, like, everybody here serves a purpose, whether we understand what that purpose is or not. It does not detract from the fact that everyone present at this time serves a purpose, and that we all agreed. We all agreed to come. We all agreed to participate, to be engaged in this. As I look at the cards, this is the number 15 on this appreciation card, which I am seeing the number 6 if I add the two numbers together to make one number. I'm seeing the number 6. And in tarot, the number 6 is connected to soulmate energy, and the number 6 is connected to things like reciprocity. Reciprocity is that give and take energy. It's that um no matter whether you're ascending or descending, it's always gonna be this particular thing. It's always going on. It's always happening. It's never ending. Reciprocity. So appreciation is going to come when we understand what we all offer to this experience that we're having. And that takes obviously a long and a short time. It takes some time. All right, let's hop into the reading, guys. As it pertains, bringing it back to a couple who are meant to be together, who have agreed since the beginning of time to marry each other. Come here. Your nose is running. Um, this is here, and this is what the mystery of marriage is about. Marriage is about us the whole time. Marriage is about the whole people. It's about the whole entire world, but it's broken. You okay, baby?
I want it.
No, ma'am, because you too loud. You bother mommy.
What is you?
It is a shoe. Come on, go ahead and sit, baby.
Okay. I want to go to sit.
Thank you, baby. Mommy wants you to be.
Boys.
Okay. All right, you guys. So bringing it down from a universal energy to a one-on-one.
Hello.
Hey, baby.
Hello. I the Mickey Mouse.
You show Mickey Mouse, baby.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
Okay, honey. All right, let's get into the reading.
Hi.
Okay, baby.
I'm Mickey Mouse.
All right, mama. Now that's the reason why mommy didn't want you in the chair no more, because you're interrupting, and I don't want you to do that. Okay?
Okay.
You don't know what I'm saying, but anyway, let's hop into this reading. I was already just channeling, but let's get into the reading. So I asked Spirit for information and insight about what is going on with the divine masculine and the divine feminine at this time. So, and this can affect us all in certain ways. So we have door to personal healing and happiness. We have door to personal healing and happiness. So for a lot of us, the conversations, the media and the messages and the insights that a lot of us, especially those who identify more in the divine masculine energy,
Wow.
what you are going to be experiencing within yourself first, and then even within the dynamics of partnerships and relationships relating to each other, we're going to be experiencing healing, which leads us to our own happiness, however that shows up. Because we're all intertwined and it's all working for our good the whole entire time. You could have this happening for a lot of people in the fourth house. Remember, the number 4 did show up here, but it can happen in your 12th house as well. It can happen in your 3rd house as well. With Gemini being here, that's the 3rd house. With Pisces being here, or Neptune rather, that deals with the 12th house energy to me. And of course, just the number 4 being present, that could deal with the 4th house. But no matter where this is showing up for you, because for everybody, it's going to be a different house. But it's also going to be the same for some of us. So all I'm trying to say is, no matter where this energy shows up for you in your own natal chart, so in your own personal story and your own personal role and depiction in this life, right? You're still going to experience this healing there that will lead you absolutely to some form of happiness, okay? We also have the temple path. Listen, masculine and feminine energy, even within our brains, right? There is one that is stated to be more masculine and feminine. So I feel like there's about to be a healing of so many minds right now. Like that just came in. Temple path, that's giving healing, order, recognition of your journey to a degree. It could even mean getting still. This could even mean getting still somewhere, you guys. Having to be consecrated. So being consecrated is the idea of holiness, the idea of being set apart. Temple path. When I'm talking about this set apartness, some of you guys could be literally called to go on vacation or to travel to certain places just so you can be still. Let me also be clear. Let me go deeper into what the temple represents. The temple both represents the woman, literally the body of a woman, but it also represents the body of mankind, men and women alike. It represents the church. The church is not a physical building. It is a people. So now we're talking, so the people are going to experience, the people are about to experience in some way, however this shows up in your own life, you are about to experience personal healing and therefore happiness. And this is what Gemini is here to do. This is what Neptune is here to do for you. It could start off in the 4th house, childhood, roots. Some of you guys could be called back to literal geographical locations that you have roots. And because in the spirit we first exist, this means that everywhere is your home and nowhere. So y'all gonna be traveling from different portal to portal, city to city. And this is happening for your own healing. This is happening for your activation. This is happening to show you more about who you are, so that we can show up with more appreciation and more compassion for one another. Yep. Spirit, give me more, specifically through the tarot, please, and thank you. What is going on here with the divine masculine energy? What can some of your people expect? Thank you so much. Give it to me straight. No chaser, Spirit. Let all those who are meant to come through this live be healed, have their minds activated and triggered, come through. So be it and so shall it be. I got the 6 of Wands and I have the 5 of Cups, you guys. Why do I feel like this is some type of triumph? Triumph over depression. Triumph over vices. Triumph over nakedness, being bare, being exposed. Or it could be because there's a laying bare, because someone is, the wool is pulled or the sheets are pulled from off of someone, because you are exposed, because you have to experience certain things. You will experience this lifting up, this victory. Traditionally, the Five of Cups can deal with things like regret and remorse as well. So having this deep inner revelation that brings about change, that leads to you now being happy, because this is a depressed, well, this one, excuse me, can be a depressed energy from time to time. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so grateful that you came through. If anything makes sense to you or resonates, go ahead and hit the heart button, you guys. Go ahead and hit the share button, you guys, because this is such a beautiful and powerful message, and I am so grateful to be able to be sharing it right now. I am so grateful. I am so very grateful. Spirit of the Most High and Living God, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I tap the screen for me. I tap the screen for me sometimes as well. So there is about to be restoration, repair on so many levels, because all of us, the church, the people, are on different levels. This is how come the healing can be happening simultaneously. A lot of you guys are about to literally be lifted up in your spirit. And just because you are lifted up in your spirit, because you are healed from addictions, because you deal with the emotional traumas that lead to whatever vice, this is how you're going to overcome. Hallelujah. Spirit, show me more about this divine masculine energy. Men and women are who make up the church of God. Men, women, boys, and girls. This is the church of God. Animals as well, if I'm honest. The animal, everything is included. Everything that has been created is included. I see the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, manipulation, mind control. The traumas that we experience, these are the things that can manipulate our minds. These are the things that can, and this is strategically done, because the Five of Swords deals with strategy. This energy that we are experiencing right now, it seems like it is here to help us overcome the low vibrational strategies to keep us depressed, to keep us doing things that cause dis-ease in us, starting with our spirit woman and man, our spirit man. Victory is here. It was the first card out. That's too many cards. Spirit, show me some more, please, about this divine masculine energy for all of us. Y'all, this is supposed to be a love reading, and it is. And it absolutely is. But this is a universal love, which includes all of us, the whole church, cohesively, mentally, and spiritually being a part of this. It is the only reason why it is continuing to exist, because we're all engaging actively. We have a veil. Every one of us have a veil, just so we can play our parts most authentically. So we can do the role and that we need to serve humanity, to serve mankind for our highest good. I see the Six of Cups. Most definitely, this is about childhood woundings, which I already said that already. Even just with the Five of Cups, I'd already said this. But now there's going to be nostalgia for some people. Some, you guys. The Six of Cups is a soulmate connection. It could also be a connection where a person from the past could be coming back into your life, returning. Whether it don't matter whether it's just a friend or a person who was extremely pivotal in your life, who showed you love, who showed you an innocent and pure type of love that left you with happy feelings, with optimism, with love in your very being. This could have been a teacher, a person who was able to penetrate something in your mind. They were literally able to alter your mind by the way that they may have treated you, by the way that they may have made you feel. This person has altered your mind. And it seems, and let me tell you this, even if that Five of Cups and that Five of Swords is absolutely a negative thing, I mean, I'm telling you, it was meant so that you could experience healing and now be able to have this personal joy and happiness that will be experienced. Now, the level of that I have took it to or from for the divine masculine, even though this is supposed to be a couples thing, a love reading, it has literally been from the highest level, which is the collective energy, knowing that it's about everybody, bringing it on down to two people, and even the individual, with it all being in the brain, starting right here at the brain. One side, it represents the masculine side, the other side represents the feminine. So in our minds, there is going to be healing of our minds. Whichever side of the brain is the masculine side, that will be being healed in such a massive way that it brings so much healing to all of us. But if I'm talking about just two people in a love relationship, it's bringing healing to your person, and to you. Moving on. Now, I had already pulled cards, clarifying one thing over here in the divine feminine energy. So I'm going to get to that as well. Some of you guys are literally going to be being called, though, into solitary.
Let me see.
Some of you are going to feel like you're being confined. Some of you being in solitary confinement could be a thing, or it was a thing at any point. But that was part of your temple path to get you to yourself so that spirit within you could deal with you to help you heal. For some of you guys, it could be being in a hospital, being sick. Some sickness in your body can literally cause you to slow down all the way where you have to spend time with God. Who is God? God is in here. God is you and I. So where you will be forced to pay attention to yourself, because the first commandment states that there should be no other God before me. I know that somebody thinks about God outside of you, so that's the reason why you think you're not God. You're not God. That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous. That is the blasphemy. I do not blaspheme when I say that God is you and I. But because of those who have a veiling and illusion, and or they are in their portion of their illusion. Thank you, baby. Because they are in their portion of the illusion, what I say may seem to be a lie to them. But to others who may be in the very same pod, or they may have the level of understanding that I do, they're going to understand exactly what I said. And they're going to be like, that's facts. That's how you got two people talking about that's a lie and that's the truth. Oh, God. Now, there are supposed to be judges, those who are able to reason, mediate, or get to the truth. There are supposed to be those, and stop that screaming. I see, I already told you about that, so don't scream, baby. Thank you, keep playing your music. All right, back to this, I'm talking about the temple path. which the temple path, you guys, is life itself. We are literally already in church every day of our lives. You have been in church. You never not once had to step foot in a building that actually said anything about it. It was always you. Now, don't get me wrong. There is nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with building these things, except for if it causes us to forget that the whole time the church was always you and I. Just saying. So a lot of alone time is going to happen. But also, for some of us, you're going to get with people who are similar, who have a similar path. So that's going to be like being alone, but that's going to be like being one, but there's multiple people there. Again, reverberating this marriage of all of us. Like, we are all in relationship with each other. And to be honest, until we really understand that, seeing the type of peace that some people truly long for, we're not going to see it. Because too many people are still not seeing how we're all connected. Possibly due to Neptunian energy. But we're in the age of Aquarius. So there's a lot of knowledge. There's too much knowledge out here. Too much information out here for us not to know. And then bare minimum, just if we meditated, turned off the news, stayed away from people, if we absolutely got in tune with the God within us, we would still be connected to everybody and everything around us. So we would still get some of the same information. Woo. Let me get into the divine feminine energy. Think about this from literally whatever in the brain, whatever in the brain feminine energy rules. Think about it from that perspective, and think about it from the perspective of the actual meat suit and person in mankind, be it man or woman, but for me, most notably woman, in this incarnation. And with the rules that exist here and now. Hold on, you guys on YouTube. I'm over here having to try to put this together to prove that I am still here and using the live. No matter, I have to say both, no matter what gender you embody, but also the female gender. I have to say both because, it's just facts. In this plane, there is either male or female. In the spiritual is where there is both. But in the terrestrial, there is also both. But in some cases, they are separated. In most cases, they are separated. It is actually apparently rare when even in the physical, they are combined. So boom. And this is no disrespect to anyone. Moving on. So from our minds, from the spiritual, from the unseen, the abstract, right on down to the actual physical woman, apply these messages. They will apply. Okay. Now, for the feminine, we had healer of the ages. We had healer of the ages. And I just have to say this, you guys, and it's probably because I'm a woman this incarnation. But in a book called The Aquarian Gospel of Christ, it compares all the other ages where it was said that a man was the Messiah. And it talked about in this particular age, the Aquarian age, how it would be women or a woman who is the savior of that age. So, being that we are in the age of Aquarius now, again,
Go to the park.
I'm just saying, women, y'all about to come up, period. And I've been talking about this since before the age of Aquarius came, because I got this message when we were still in Pisces energy, under the illusion and under the veil. I got it then. I'm getting excited. So the saviors are about to be exposed, or they're already exposed. They've always been exposed. From the very beginning of this age, it's been clear who the savior really is. Why? Because this is the most oppressed. It has been clear who the savior was going to be, because they have been massively oppressed. Not to say that men have not also experienced oppression. Not saying that at all. Saying that in this age, there is a gender and even a mentality that rules and dominates where we are right now. It permeates through government. Hear me out, because both of them equally rule. Let's be very, very clear. But one is always going to be more prominent than the other at any given moment. For example, in the previous age where the mother used to rule, or the woman used to rule, and she was the savior and the Messiah, government facilities, religious organizations all around the world, worldwide, this was accepted, this was known, this was facts then. Now we are in the age where it has been a man or masculine mentalities that have been the forefront and the forerunner, but behind the scenes, who is still present? The woman. And vice versa is the same when it was the woman who was in the front. The men were the ones in the back at that time. It's coming back around again. It's time for reciprocity in every way. In every way. And this is healing. This is healing. The Love on Top by Beyonce is playing. The Love on Top is playing. Anyway, Healer of the Ages came out, and the second card that came out for us is the strategy card. Now, this is exciting to me because, hey, little girl, I need you not to be too loud. You can have your fun. Gemini is a card of strategy. Okay, it's an air sign. It's a mental sign. Mercury. This talks about things like strategy as well. Mars is also about strategy, but Mercury is about the mental strategy. Mars could be mental, but I would also say it's more in the actions. Mars energy could be very undirected. So it could just do stuff without actually thinking about it. But the mercurial action in the mind, which also can motivate movement, or usually does, honestly, to have it in an evolved state, there is strategy. So anyway, that's coming up for the Divine Feminine. These are the energies. So I asked Spirit to help me to clarify strategy. Like, what is this strategy energy? Here are the cards that came out. The Knight of Pentacles.
Baby, mommy,
so that's about planning. Paying attention to details. Taking your time. Being thorough. Combing over some things. Execution. Taking the time. The sign of Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus is connected to this energy. And I would just say we can take all of those earth energies and apply some of their stuff. All of them are slow moving. All of them are methodical. Do you see where I'm going? Do you see where I'm going? Hi, you guys who are here. Be sure to tap the screen if anything is resonating or making sense for you guys, okay? Be sure to also share the live. Thank you to anyone who has already done this on tonight. These signs are loyal, steadfast. These signs can be reserved. Like they will hold their resources to themselves, unless of course they love and care for you. Then they can be generous. Yes, please go potty. If you have to potty, please go potty, baby. But if you don't, I understand. Continue playing. So this is about planning, being detail oriented, taking your time. This is the action that we're supposed to be taking. This could look like making lists, you guys. It could also look like doing something connected to the body, making visible change. Okay, the next card that came out was the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is about indecisiveness and indecision. And I'm talking about right here, like being in two minds about something, thus having a hard time choosing. So because you have a hard time choosing, most of the time this card means not even making a choice. Somebody doesn't want to make a choice here. And that may very well work out for them. I don't know. That may be a good thing for them. But usually this is not a good feeling. To be in two minds about something. To keep going from one extreme to the other. Or to keep going between two different ideas. Like, okay, I'm going to try this and I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this and I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this. Or I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this and that. You know. This is to me part of the reason for the need to, okay, sit down, get clear, make some lists, pros and cons, look at what it's going to take. Budgeting here is here, like for whatever the coins can deal with. Finances. The ways that we make those, the way that we accumulate resources and material possession, as well as how we lose them. Anyway, indecisiveness is here. So some people are going to probably not make a choice because they're having a hard time making one. But I think that once you come up with that plan, once you go and comb through the fine details, you will, because we have the two of wands. Depending on who you are. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for the follow. I will come back and follow you guys if you have come from this live, especially if you're human and not a bot. If I suspect that you are, then I have to admit I won't follow you back. So you may have to comment at some point and show yourself to be a person. All right, moving on. Two of Wands. So I see 2-2.
Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
The number 22 could be significant here.
All
right. The Two of Wands is about moving forward. It's about progress. It's about choosing what path of life you want to take. So somebody is in the valley of decision. Someone is in this place of the in-between where now you are in a place of where you can recreate yourself. There's going to have to also be destruction. So ending of one way of thinking or one way of life and then moving towards another path.
My shoe. Mama, my shoes.
Get your shoes, baby. This is part of the strategy here.
Yeah. Got it.
This is part of the strategy. Okay, baby.
Out.
Some of us are going to have to be very diligent. Some of us are going to go into entrepreneurship. Some of us are we have a skill already that we have been working on, or we need to go ahead and start investing. We need to go ahead and start working on this. I'm also hearing that being able to do this could be the way that some of us gain resources, make money, or it could be the way that we become notable. Because the Eight of Pentacles is not only about, gaining skill or being very skilled at something, you are highly sought after. So this is for my healers of the mind, the body, and the spirit. This is for my healers, which low key could technically be all of us at any given moment. No matter what level we are on, this is for the healer in you. So far, what I am seeing, there is something that you are indecisive about, and the way that you are going to get clarity is by taking your time, coming up with a plan. In planning, let me tell y'all what also goes into planning. It's not always just about where you're trying to get to. It is also that you need to be able to have a vision and literally be able to and break that vision down into smaller details and smaller actionable steps that you can begin to walk out. And one thing about terrestrial signs or earth signs, they got to see it.
Are you ready?
So these are going to be, so to the messages that you receive from spirit, which is really yourself, and whatever energy you choose to work in at any given moment. All right. When you receive these messages from yourself about what you should do and how, you need to write them out. You need to seek out media that will give you a visual to help you get this into your understanding so that you can begin to walk that way now, whatever your choice is. And be diligent and quick about the matter. Like when you get the plan or when you get the understanding, when you can see it for yourself, you start moving and acting upon that. Consistently, as much as you can. You are going to be highly sought after. You are also going to be paid handsomely or prettily, however you say it. You're going to be paid for what you know, for the skill set that you have. There has been a period of stillness, of feeling almost as if you were blind because your mind has been so unclear. But because of taking the time to walk this thing out, it is going to make sense. It will, like, because you've walked this far. That's what I was about to say. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing it back to me. In planning, part of planning is looking at the way that things have been before. Part of planning is looking at the steps that you have already taken thus far and engaging whether or not it has gotten you to what you want. So looking to the past is part of planning for your future. And also looking at what you have currently done, which is more than likely evidence of your past thoughts and therefore actions or inactivity. That is going to tell you what choice you now need to make. And that simply is a different one. And I know that that's going to look different to all of us. But the point I'm making is, on a grand scheme for the universal message, when you recognize what you've been doing up until this point, your job is going to be to choose another path, to choose the other thing. And to put effort and work into that. All right. We have the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups is a spiritual, loving energy, very emotional, very connected, and very much so in tune with spirit here. This would be a feminine energy for sure. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Let me see who I'm really seeing show up in this card, though, more than anything. am seeing the sign of Pisces show up a little bit more through this card, but again, it's connected to all the water signs. But I feel Pisces more thoroughly here. Last but not least, we also have the Chariot here, which is connected to the sign of Cancer, most notably. This is about integrating the dark and the light, ignorance and knowledge. Integrating them in a way that they work for you, that they move you forward. Like once you have your plan, even though you may not know everything that there is to know, or even though you might have to operate in both your light and your shadow, or your light and your dark side. So the dark side is about what's hidden from the public. The light dealing with what you choose to show the public. Integrating that, learning how that can work together. Hey, baby.
I got the backpack.
This is like your purse.
First.
Uh-oh, the nose. Let me wipe your nose. Hold this. Hold your backpack or purse. Let mommy wipe your nose. Come here. I love that you're playing and having fun, though. That's like my favorite thing right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, baby. Yes, guys, there's about to be forward movement and progress where there was stagnation. And I'm happy about that for the divine feminine. And this was the answer for the strategy. Like, I saw the lotus flower here, the blue lotus. So I'm going to want to look into that. I wish that somebody who was present with me, if there is anyone present, I wish that someone would look up the blue lotus, like look up the metaphysical, or you can type in the spiritual meaning of blue lotus. And also to see if there is an astrological sign that's connected to it. But if you can't, I'm going to do it. Mommy, bring mommy the phone. Please bring mommy your phone. It's really my phone. Hi, you guys. I'm going to pause real quick as I wait for my baby to bring this other phone so that I can look this up for myself, because I think that this is important. I was hearing about the blue lotus flower specifically. Thank you, baby.
I got juice. Baba.
Mm-hmm.
I got juice. Look at go in the park. Going on the fair.
I need a list. Okay, why did I do that? And I need a list of some stuff. Show me results for the spiritual meaning of blue lotus flower and zodiac signs connected to it, please. Y'all! My God.
Mommy.
Thank you, Spirit.
I have you.
You have for me?
Yes, for me.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah. With the water. With the water. Don't say it.
Here you go. Open it. Here,
Oh, thank you.
You are so welcome. Listen to this. Listen to this, you guys. All right. Here we go. Here we go. You guys have been here since the beginning of time. This is all right. So it says the blue lotus has been steeped in symbolism since the time of the Egyptians. Are you okay, baby?
I did my face.
You got it on your face.
Yeah, I got my face.
Okay, baby. This is my Gemini rising. Actually, that's my baby. The only sweet love that I have.
I mean my clothes.
She's a Leo moon. Well, she's a Cancer sun, a Gemini rising, and a Leo moon. All right, here we go. It says where it was used as a metaphor for rebirth and of the sun. It also plays a key role in Buddhism, where its color is thought to be associated with a victory of the spirits.
I beat my clothes.
Come here, baby.
I beat my teeth.
Your face?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can buy the water.
Here, baby, go throw this in the trash for mine. Thank you, honey.
Where the ticket? Where
A victory over spirit. I think that's beautiful. It says there are 3 main plant species. Okay, I don't want to see that. No offense. I don't know. They could also be called blue water lilies. Don't need that. Hold on. So the plant is native apparently to Egypt. They say it also spread through southern and southeastern Asia. So the seeds can be used to fight indigestion. So that deals with the gut.
Yeah.
Okay, it says the reason that the lotus is used as a metaphor for these themes of the sun, the creation, and rebirth is due to the way that it raises out of the water. It raises out of the water over a small period of time and flowers in the morning to the late afternoon before sinking below the surface again. Y'all, why am I getting the concept of Atlantis right now? Why am I getting that this is how the world is destroyed and recreated every time? Neptune also deals with deep ass waters. Oh my God, thank you, God. What the freak? Atlantis comes up out of the water, and I don't know. I don't have to call it. Doesn't have to just be Atlantis. Like, if I'm not mistaken, this is how the earth is destroyed and recreated all the time. Like, this is how it always begins. Remember, even in Genesis, it says that the spirit hovered over the waters. Did it not say that? And we're talking about this particular energy, or this God that supposedly created this place that we live on now, and it's coming out of an energy of destruction. Like, literally, they're coming from so-called destruction, but it raises out of the water. And this is the way that this is the way, to me, that all of civilization begins and ends all the time. That is so bomb to me. Which is probably the reason why sun worship it permeates through all world religions, every one of them. Rising and setting like the sun. Rebirth. Because literally they're depicting in nature. It is depicting what will always happen here. Oh my God. Whether we are aware of it or not, the way that we always live, the way that we always begin, and the way that we always end is coming up out of the water for a space of time and then going back. And mind you, there is water everywhere apparently, and the Lord or God separates the waters from the waters. Like, if you read certain translations of the Bible, it states, so there are waters above and there are waters below. So any psychological thriller that you've ever seen, and any metaphysical psychological thriller that you've ever seen, or psychological movie, okay, you will always see somebody walking out of water, but they'll flip the camera so that it appears that they could be descending in the water. Or you can reverse that. I hope that what I'm saying makes sense. I know it makes sense to me, but I don't know if anybody else who might be watching is understanding what I'm saying. Okay, moving on. This is so exciting. So when we submerge in the water, and I'm talking about the world And I'm even talking about like if we're taking a bath or if we are being baptized in a river. Thank you, baby. Thank you, honey. I was actually looking for this earlier. Thank you. We're always either going down into the water or we're coming out of the water. Always. Always. Never not doing that. Moving on. Sorry that's for that tangent. Okay, boom. In addition to being used as a metaphor, it was also used often in herbal tinctures along with wine. Because the liquid made that lotus tea acted as both a sweetener and perhaps more importantly added a slight narcotic effect. They have aphrodisiac properties. The plant or the flowers from the plant have aphrodisiac properties. The plant is also associated with pain relief, and was thought to stimulate circulation. Not only was it native to the Nile area, as the white lotus was known to be growing in the region during the time of ancient Egyptians. Furthermore, the pink lotus flower has also was introduced. Okay, whatever. The blue lotus is the most often seen, though, in Egyptian art. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for the follow, people. I appreciate you so much. Therefore, the two plants... Okay, hold on. I missed something. The lotus is known to have been abundant in the upper Egyptian area, whereas in the lower regions of Egypt, papyrus was by far the more common plant in the waterways. Therefore, the two plants are often intertwined together. We're talking about twins. Like, spirit. Bye-bye. We're talking about twins here. On an esoteric level, like energetically speaking, and in relationships, love relationships, kingdom marriage. Thank you, baby. I got it. Bye, honey bunches of oats. So now we're talking about two different plants. Like, kind of reminds me of the scripture that talks about the wheat and the tare will grow together.
Mommy, I got help for you.
Thank you, baby. Bye. Bye, baby.
Bye.
I'm going to sit this right there, okay? Anyway, it says they were often shown intertwined together as a symbolism of bringing together of the lower and upper kingdoms of Egypt. Lower and upper, spiritual and physical. There is about to be a union first within us, in our minds. There's about to be a union of us. And I feel like this is talking about the whole world. I don't know. I could be I'm a Leo sun and moon. So I tend to make things big. But I mean, Archangel Raphael being here and the fourth chakra makes me think about the heart energy, which Leo is said to rule as far as the zodiac signs being said. So with that being said, I think that I'm an expert in a way with what I'm saying. I feel like the whole world is about to have some type of mass awakening. And then maybe we are going to experience the whole heaven on earth. The thing that so many, not heaven on earth, but like heaven. Heaven is going to also be on earth. The point is that everybody's mind is finally going to be in the know all the way through and through, thus being in the sun or thus being in the light. I would not be surprised if some of us experience, if not all, by the way, some, if not all, I think it will be a whole thing. It'll be everybody that experiences this. It's going to be a worldwide thing. What I'm trying to suggest, guys, I feel like something is about to happen that's going to be both destructive and rebirth at the same motherfucking time. I feel like with this whole thing talking about the blue lotus and all this about how just like the sun, it rises and sets basically. It rises from the water. And I told y'all that I feel like I was getting the Atlantis energy. Atlantis is just one of many things that has been here before, that came up out of the water. Thank you, baby. That came up out of the water, and then when their time was over, they go back under the water. Oh my God. Wakanda Forever had came up. The Black Panther energy and movie had come up because.
I got to have on you.
Thank you, baby. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put the monkey in here, okay?
Okay.
My baby was sitting next to me originally, and she wound up holding her hands like this, just of her own volition. And basically, it made me, okay, she's looking like Wakanda Forever type stuff. But in that movie, this is the point. This is what I feel like this is about. Put it right there in my basket. In the movie, right, they go underwater, and there are whole other beings, there are whole other life forms that are already there. They have a civilization. There are multiples of them. And then they come up and start warring with the people who are living terrestrially. I don't really know exactly why that's important, but that's important. I think the point that I was making is how there's a world. There are two worlds, babies. No, mommy. Are you getting sleepy? I know you're not. You just want mommy attention. And you just want to be up here. You want attention yourself, which I'm absolutely okay with you getting, but I wish you could just sit still with me. Thank you.
My nose.
I got it. Just sit right here with mommy. So what I'm trying to say, y'all, and I've been having dreams about water being up to my second story window, which that talks about flooding of some sort. Water, Neptune energy. We all go into the waters of spirit all the time, and we come from them. We rise and we fall. Ooh, I'm not trying to scare nobody. I hope this don't sound weird, because I'm not trying to scare anyone at all. Like, somehow I feel like I feel like this stuff could happen suddenly, first and foremost. In some way, we are all still energetically protected. It's reminding me even of the scripture that talks about in the blink of an eye, or in the wink of an eye, all of us, like, everybody ain't gonna be asleep or something, but in the blink of an eye, or in the twinkling of an eye, we'll all be changed. And maybe I'm taking it too far. I don't know when, I don't know what time frame, I don't know. I don't know if there even is a time frame. The number 4 is up here, but we don't know. I don't really know what they deal with. All I'm stating, you guys, is I can see a correlation between how the beginning of each new world starts and how it always ends. There will always be catastrophic events in nature, in all the elements of nature. So fire, air, water, and earth, that will all take place in whatever successive order it has been agreed upon at the beginning of time for how it would end. But it always ends with the world, as everybody who was living at that time, which I believe is all of us that ever lived and that ever dies and will die. That world ends and another one begins, and therefore the one that's beginning is being pulled or called from out of the water. And I think that that's why I started going into these things, because I know that this flower is important. And now I'm really trying to see if there's a zodiac sign connected to it. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. The lotus is a symbol of purity and enlightenment in the Buddhist culture. And different colors of the lotus are known to symbolize different aspects of spirituality. In Buddhism, the blue lotus flower is symbolic with a victory over the spirit of self. That is to say, being able to leave wisdom, intelligence, and knowledge behind and becoming open to spirituality and the attachment of life. In Buddhism, the lotus is considered to be one of the eight auspicious symbols and is associated with purification of the mind and the body and the ability to blossom and become liberated. Now, I know I started talking about that earlier in this live when we talked about the temple path. But even when we're still in the divine feminine energy right now, which is all about the spirit, right? The first card out was the healer of the ages. Christ consciousness, major enlightenment, major awakening. And I just talked about these. I just talked about how I feel like what I'm talking about is what I feel is about to happen. And it's coming from this card, representing, if you ask me, for sure, the divine feminine. And this card, the chariot, moving forward, progress, integrating the darkness and the light. The sun and the moon, what is hidden and what is already manifest, what is already clearly seen, known. And then something leads me to go look up the blue lotus. So that's what I do. And it's talking about having victory over the spirit of self. It's talking about how it raises up out of the water for a season in time and then goes back underwater. And then God connects the whole, this is the birth of a whole civilization, and also its destruction. This is what happens. This is how it always goes. We raise up out of the water. And then we eventually go back. And then we do it all again. Basically, because the lotus is talking about rebirth. Hold on, my lips are getting crusty or dry again, and we can't have that. I hate that feeling.
Mommy, I want cracker.
You want cracker?
Yes, cracker.
All right, let's go get you some food, Pookie.
Okay, let's go get the food.
Mommy want to eat her cookie.
Cookie?
I'll be right back, you guys. Give me 1 minute. This is amazing, and I'm grateful to God for it. The 4, I feel like it can represent a space in time, but which one? It could be 4 days, 4 months, 4 weeks, 4 years, 4 seasons. So a year from now. I don't know. I don't know what the 4 represents. But again, the number 4, if we're talking about the houses in our chart, 4 deals with, and that's all I can deal with right now. I would probably need to deal with numerology next. So if some of you guys know about what 4 in numerology can deal with, please add that in the comments. Please add in the comments. But that's not, no. But what I'm trying to say ultimately, it has something to do possibly with the time period and the time frame that we might expect what I'm talking about to occur. And it might, be careful, baby. You okay? Okay. All right, I'm about to keep on pushing. Sorry about this. Let's see. Here we go. In Buddhist art, it is usually seen that the blue lotus flower is partially open. I just mentioned about how we all have a veil upon our eyes to a certain level because we all have a role to play, and we need to have the veil at the very part that it is so we can authentically and fully embody our particular role. And now here they are saying it's partially open. All right, to be in a state of, it signifies a state between full enlightenment, which would be a fully open flower, and a closed mind, which would be a closed bud. It is the blue lotus that is the preferred flower of gentle glory, the enlightened transcendent wisdom. Okay, Bodhisattva, transcendent wisdom. All right, so that's it. Let me see if there's any connection to, is the blue lotus flower connected to any zodiac sign? No, let's say something different. Is there a zodiac sign attached to the blue lotus?
According to Windflower Florence, the lotus flower, on the other hand, provides a delicate yet potent representation of the Aquarian quest for peace and enlightenment. Often considered a symbol of purity, enlightenment, and rebirth, the lotus flower resonates deeply with Aquarius' visionary nature.
Y'all, the sign of Aquarius is connected to the lotus flower. Even with just talking about this card, I talked about that this was representative of the Aquarian age. Woo! So that's one understanding. Let's go look at another one real quick, and then I'm gonna get off of this part.
You're not.
Hmm. Okay, so they have, let me see if they have the lotus also connected to the sign of Cancer. Okay, so we're going to just take both of these signs. We're going to say that it's connected to both Aquarius and Cancer. I understand why they say that either way. But all in all, guys, that's some very important information. So, Spirit, show me the healer of the ages real quick, and then I'm going to get off of this live with this particular reading. You guys, I believe, though, a message that I feel like I could be getting is that there's about to be a union of a uniting of the twins. I feel like there's about to be a coming together of the twins. If you guys are not already together, there is about to be union. So that could look like marriage for some of you guys. Or it could just look like if you're already married to this person or you're already committed. Okay, if you're already married and maybe there has been some separation type energy, it's possible that there could be a recovery and a that could also be with the number 4 can be connected to with the 4 of Pentacles and stuff like that. Again, saving, redeeming, redemption. Okay. So if you're currently in a connection and it is the one that it is a soulmate connection that you choose and you guys are vibing high in the connection, I would say that there's about to be a renewal of that connection and you guys will remain. For those who have not yet met their person or what have you, you could be getting ready to come into union with your person. For others of you where you might have already met your person, but you guys have not actually gotten married, or maybe there's some kind of way that you have not yet taken the ultimate step, whether it's agreed upon between you or wait, what I'm trying to say is whatever that agreed upon step is for the both of you, you may not have taken it yet. And so in the energy that is about to come, you will be. I hope that freaking made sense. All right. For some reason, I have the 3 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles in my hand. I feel like I was trying to ask for clarity, though, about this healer of the ages energy. But basically, I'm nervous because I kind of feel like I want to put this back in the deck because I don't know. if these are in response to my answer, but I'll go ahead and read them really quickly. The Six of Pentacles is that card of reciprocity. It's a card of philanthropy. It is a card of being of service. For me, when I do readings like this for relationships, like this one, I call this the power couple. This is the power couple. Okay. These are the people who work together in the community to help those who are less fortunate, but not just those who are less fortunate, just helping the community, period. This is a love situation. This is showing love. This is charity. Okay. I'm also seeing the Three of Pentacles as cooperation, cohesiveness, like everybody understanding the assignment and bringing what they can to the project, the stage of life, the manner in which you're going to serve humanity, bringing your pinnacle, bringing your gift so that it can all work together to bring about a desired end for everyone. Spirit, please give me more about the healer of the ages. Thank you so much. And then I see the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe releasing, letting go, no longer holding back. No longer maybe even saving something, or oh my God, that's so beautiful to me because it's kind of giving that light dark contrast. I saw the Four of Pentacles for somebody before, or I at least talked about it with the number 4. And now it's here in the reversal as if it was to release, let go. Which could be a good thing because this could be about that liberation type energy. Since we are talking about a relationship, possibly resources and but you know. And I see the World card. The World card is all about graduation, achievement, recognition. I feel like this is about that enlightenment. No matter what level we're on, everybody, I feel like we're all going to experience a version of enlightenment. A form of enlightenment will come, no matter which level you are on, moving us on up in the taking us to the next scene. Yes, baby. You like it? I want some too. I'm about to hurry up and get up off here so mommy can get some too. At the bottom of the deck, I am seeing the Knight of Swords. Many of us are about to be dispatched, moved to our next positions. I feel like we need to be very focused, or we will be very focused, very determined. You'll have your marching orders in this tug of war, in this power struggle, in this spiritual battle. In this competition. And then I got the Page of Wands. Getting direction, receiving messages, stirring messages, messages that give it, messages that ignite a person so that they can take inspired action. That will be coming next. All right. And then we got the Fool card. Thank you, baby. Then we have the Fool. This is a new beginning, starting back at 0. This is both the end and the beginning at the same time. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith. It's about dreams or dreamers, taking risks, not being able to fully see everything clearly, but still making a move, making a step, being assisted of spirit.
Okay.
And we all go this way at some point in time. We all do this because we're called to. And so though I may have talked about this whole way that the world is both created and the way that it ends, just talking okay, baby, just talking about the way that permeates and reverberates through everything that we experience, beginnings and endings, all the time, every day in, day out. Every time you lay down and go to sleep, you have just ended something. Every time you wake up again, that is a beginning. Thus, seeing the beginning and the ending always at play. When you log in work, clock off of work, whatever work looks like for you. When you enter into a partnership and you exit a partnership, it is always ever playing. And you enter into another, even if sometimes it's with the same person, or even if you experience some of the same exact energies in a newer so-called connection.
My phone on
Baby, that's a book, not a phone. Get down. Okay. So we're always having these new beginnings, guys. And maybe that's the reason why we shouldn't even be afraid to take leaps of faith, because I mean, it's inevitable. We're always having to choose. All right. That has been this reading. Thank you so much for those who paid attention. Thank you for those who were here with me. And I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to come through. And now I'm going to be looking at the messages, if there are any. If you guys have any specific questions, the floor is now open for that. This was just the general and collective read. Whew, child, that was a lot.
I can't wait to see.
You can't wait to see, baby?
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
She's so precious.
But the bottom is still in the pink.
Damn, this guy, that was...
Still in the purple. What? That's a bottom is still in the purple. Alright. Dummy.
Hi, you guys.
Alright.
Is there anyone still present? No, there is not. I see a 0. So I'm about to log off. All right. Mommy's about to get off. Okay, Pookie? Thank you so much for your patience, baby girl.
I did that. This is the girl, Mommy.
Unexpected changes in your financial status. And because Mercury is the cosmic contradiction, you will see that something happens to your money and then the opposite thing happens to your money. So this can mean that money comes into your life and then it is revoked. But the opposite is also true. You could have nothing and then come into a lot. If you have the sun in the second house, well, the sun is the most stable planet. It represents things like eternity and immortality. If the moon is temporary, then the sun is everlasting. So you'll find when money is activated in your life, that's when your finances stabilize. So right before the sun gets active in your chart, you'll find that money is all over the place. One of the ways that this can manifest is getting a stable job. If you have Jupiter in your second house, because Jupiter is a benefic, this means that some level of financial prosperity is going to happen for you. In the Chaldean order, Jupiter comes after Mars. So Jupiter has this connotation of being saved, being forgiven, being relieved from your financial troubles.
Bye, YouTube family.
Liberated or exonerated from your financial woes. This could look like having a loan forgiven or an expense gets removed from your life, such as